Coming up on Sports Weekly, a playoff spot on the line as Aquinas and Arrowhead Christian go head-to-head in boys basketball. Plus, Cajon on the road at first place Yucaipa to wrap up the Citrus Belt League season. We'll get you all caught up on the playoff picture for basketball and soccer, including the San Bernardino boys basketball team as we go one-on-one with head coach Darren Graham back for another run with the Cardinals. We'll also check in with the Indian Springs girls basketball team, your Mountain Valley League champions this season. And we've got big football news with a new head coach at Arroyo Valley. And he took this team, the Muddy team from El Monte, all the way to a state championship. Can he do it at Arroyo Valley as well? All that and more coming up on this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG, and it starts right now. Welcome to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I am your host, Pep Fernandez. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to break down some high school basketball and soccer right here. Get you ready for the playoffs. An important game between ACA and Aquinas in boys basketball. The winner of this game would secure a playoff spot. The loser might be on the outside looking in. Let's find out what happened between the Eagles and the Falcons. The last time they met, it was in Redlands, and it was ACA coming away with a hard-fought 48-43 victory in Ambassador League play. The winner of this game, again, securing a CIF Southern Section playoff spot. This one in San Bernardino on the home floor for Aquinas, and it was a packed house. Juju Moreno, the runner and the foul for the Aquinas Falcons. Then later, more from the Falcons. Charlie Reyes, the quarterback, to Marcus McGillberry, the football stars there combining for the basket. Then LJ Hall to McGillberry for two more for Aquinas. ACA would answer. Inside, Anthony Jerome for two. Then Garang Ngodi, the big-time dunk for ACA. Then on the other end, Jama Katendo, the putback as we slow it down. Nice move by Katendo for the bucket for Aquinas. Eagles up 23-22 at halftime. So here we go, start of the third quarter. Aquinas comes out firing. Moreno the three. Then on the other end, Tyler Young inside. High percentage shot there for Young. He gets it for the Eagles. Then Malachi Jones down low, right to the rim. Two for the Aquinas Falcons. Then Jones saves it for Vincent Warsaw for two. And then on the other end, Parker Disselberg. He's going to get the bucket there for the Eagles. And then Moreno for the Falcons. Three more for Aquinas. Katendo, nice pass here to Jones as Aquinas led 37-33. Remember, they were trailing at halftime. Now they got the lead. Katendo, nice post move for Aquinas. And then Hall with the left hand over the blocker. And that is good for two more. Then Jones, the steal and the lay-in. The Aquinas quarterback getting it done. ACA got a boost from Curtis Imungu. He gets the basket there. Then Disselberg the block as the Eagles trailed 43-38 to go in the fourth quarter. ACA's Imungu two more, and then back with Aquinas. Hall to Jones to Katendo. Nice passing for Aquinas. Katendo blocking the three-point attempt. Doing it on the offensive end. Doing it on the defensive end. 45-40 in the fourth quarter. Aquinas up. Eagles on the run on this play in transition. It's going to be a Disselberg three, but too much Aquinas in this one, especially in the fourth quarter. Hall, the hoop, and the harm. Aquinas goes on to win 55-50, the final score. With the victory, the Falcons finished the year at 5-3 in the Ambassador League. Good enough for second place, second only to Linfield Christian. ACA finished technically in a tie for third place in the league with Ontario Christian at 4-4, but Ontario Christian gets the automatic spot in the playoffs, and ACA is left out of the postseason. A big 55-50 win for Aquinas in a heated rivalry game between the Eagles and the Falcons, as the Falcons are going to the playoffs. Congratulations to them. Now, to the Citrus Belt League. Huge game for the Yucaipa Thunderbirds. They won their first boys basketball league championship since 1971 and their first CBL title ever. So it's been a big year for Yucaipa. They had already wrapped up the CBL championship, now taking on Cajon to wrap up the CBL season. Cajon would finish in second place in the CBL standings, but trying to make a statement on the road in their final regular season game. That's Miles Snowden driving to the rim and gets it there for the Cowboys. Then Jackson Lerma from the outside hits it for the Thunderbirds. Back the other way with the Cowboys, and they can do it from the outside as well. Brooklyn Ross, just a sophomore from the wing, get in there, hits the three there. And then Malik Young went over 1,000 career points this season for Yucaipa, a big reason why they won the CBL, and he hits the three for the Thunderbirds on the other end. More from Cajon. It's going to be Lee Stewart driving inside. The runner is up, and it is good for Lee Stewart. And then more from Cajon. Jackson Murray to Ross in the corner. Count it, another three for Brooklyn Ross. Cajon is up by 4. Malik Young, though, trying to answer for the Thunderbirds from the outside again. Young finds his spot, fires away. He hits a three for the T-Birds. Then the Cowboys, it's going to be Stewart to Amaj Noli inside. Yes, Cajon wins 52-45. Big win for the Cowboys. They finish at 8-2 in the CBL. Second place, Yucaipa is your CBL champion at 9-1. All right, let's take a look at the playoff picture for our San Bernardino teams. In basketball, it looks like this. Cajon in 3AA will play on the road at San Gabriel Academy. Aquinas at home against Pasadena Poly in 3A. San Bernardino, your Mountain Valley League champion in 5AA, will host Glendale Adventist. And Indian Springs, your MVL runner-up, will play on the road at Sequoia, also in 5AA. And all of these games, these first-round games, coming up this week on Thursday night. So we'll see what happens there. Actually, Wednesday night, on February 12th. So those are the first-round games for the boys. Now we're going to take a look at the girls' first-round games for basketball right now. We had a couple teams make it in. Arroyo Valley is in, San Bernardino, and Indian Springs, all making the first round for the playoffs. Now that is girls basketball. Let's talk some soccer now. Boys soccer, we'll start with San Gorgonio and Arroyo Valley, both going Division 1 for the soccer playoffs. San G will open up at North Torrance. Arroyo Valley will play at Redondo Union. That's Division 1. In Division 2, we find the Cajon Cowboys. They will open up on the road at Calabasas. And the only boys soccer team to get a first round home playoff game was Indian Springs, your Mountain Valley League champions. They will be at home against La Quinta from out in the desert. That is in Division 4. So congratulations. The Spartans, the Hawks, the Cowboys, and the Coyotes all making it to the playoffs in boys soccer. On the girls' side, we got San Gorgonio and Indian Springs. San G will open up at Indio. Indian Springs will be home for Vasquez. And speaking of girls' soccer, Cajon finishing up the regular season on the road at Yucaipa. It was a 1-1 ball game as Nola Vanderfin scored for Yucaipa, but for Cajon, they were trying to hold on for the draw. That would be a victory to them. They knew the playoffs were not in their grasp, and they trying to play this game like it was their playoff game. And Cajon did a great job to hold on to a 1-1 draw against Yucaipa. So Cajon will finish the season at 3-12-5 overall, 1-7-2 in the CBL, and good job for them picking up a big 1-1 draw on the road at Yucaipa to wrap up the regular season. All right, it is a busy time of the year. We just did a lot of high school basketball and soccer. When we come back, we're going to check in with the Mountain Valley League champions in basketball. Boys basketball, San Bernardino, and girls basketball, Indian Springs. That's next here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.